Okay, guys, in this quick video, I'm going to show you how to set up email campaigns to go out only to specific people on your list who actually want to receive that type of content. I'm referring to subscription preferences. Now, this is really important in email marketing. You might have an email list, but sending a newsletter, for example, to everybody on your list may not always be the smartest choice, especially if some of the people have expressed that they do not want to receive your newsletter. So how do we go about setting it up in your account? So first of all, in your account, if you go under contacts, now what I'm showing you here is a dummy account, so these contacts are not real. What we've got here is we've got a thing called smart lists. So if you click up the top here, you can see here we are under the contacts. And up the top here, we've got a newsletter, we have educational content, we have special offers and promotions, we have upcoming events, and we have feedback. Now, these are categories that we provide you with by default. These are, industry agnostic. These are categories that, as far as email marketing goes, will work for any business, right? So you might be sending out a newsletter, you might have an ongoing lead nurture campaign, like 12 months long, fortnightly emails of an educational content, different to a newsletter, right? Because newsletter is something that's more current. From time to time, you might want to send out some special offers, special campaign, or you might be running a special event or like a webinar, or you might simply be asking for feedback. So this is what these categories represent. Now, the beauty of our system, the essential business marketing system that we provide you with, is that your contacts have opportunity to update those preferences. So inside every single email in the footer, they will see an option to either unsubscribe or update their email preferences. Now, if they click the email preferences update, then they'll be taken to a page that looks like something like this. Okay, they're going to see their email populated in this field if they click through from an email, because we have this thing called smart population. So it actually picks up on their email address and it shows them there, so they don't have to fill it up. And then in here, it gives them an option to select what they would like to unsubscribe from. Now, this is critical. We're not giving them an option to subscribe to stuff. We're only giving them an option to unsubscribe from certain things. So by default, anybody that joins your mailing list, they will always be subscribed to everything. It's only later if they want to unsubscribe for some things. So that's how we do it. So as you can see here, we've got newsletter, we've got special offers, we've got all those categories that I mentioned here. So if somebody clicks on one of these, let's say, they no longer want to learn about offers, but they want to keep receiving all the other stuff, all they need to do is just check this box, check that they're not a robot, and then just hit submit. So that's how that gets handled by your by the people on your list. So that's all automated. That's up to them to choose, and you're giving them that option. All right, so now I've covered that. Let's go back and let's just go and show you how you create a campaign that will go only to a specific list. I'm going to show you one more thing just so you can understand just the configuration on the back end when it comes to these smart lists. So for example, if we look at the newsletter, if we click on top right here, customize list, we can see that there's a filters apply. Now, this is what smart list is about. You set it up once and it'll always show you the contacts that belong to that list. So what we're looking at here is the subscription preference is not unsubscribed from newsletters. So that means only showing people who are subscribed. Are they still subscribed to receive email as an email channel or like overall? Yes, they are, because it's disabled. And have they opted in to receive marketing communication? And yes, they have consented. So we have that configured as a rule. I'm just showing you here. We set it up for you by default, so you don't really have to go here and do anything. I'm just showing you so that you understand this, how it works on the back end. Because basically, anytime somebody updates their preferences, they will be updated on the smart list, whether it be added or removed. So it all happens automatically. You don't have to do anything. What you do have to do, however, is when you are putting together an email campaign. So let me show you that. So email campaign is done through the marketing section by clicking on emails. And then here you can just simply click create campaign, and you've got an option to use templates or start from scratch. I'm not going to go over details in this video. We've got a lot of other articles and resources on that. So make sure you check those out by heading over to help.standoutfromthepack.com. If you head over to help.standoutfromthepack.com, you can look at categories such as email. You can just type in email, or you can just scroll down through here and you can see here email campaigns. If you click on that category, you're going to see 24 different help articles and tutorials how you can do it. We also have courses on these things. So again, I'm not going to go into that. What I will show you is how you set up the recipients of that campaign. So we've got a campaign here, a little template that I created earlier. I'm just going to go into that campaign. And let's just say that I'm happy with this email to send. We're just going to click on this button here in the top right corner. And in here is where you configure it. So all these other settings, choosing when to send it and all that, that's up to you. What I want to show you specifically is choosing the recipients. So in here, in this section, what you're going to do is you're going to click on send to smart list. And let's just assume this is a newsletter type email, like an email that I want to send out once a month about the latest updates, related to your products or services, highlighting some new innovations, maybe highlighting some success stories, a newsletter, right? Referring maybe an article, stuff that you put in an email newsletter. So what we need to do here is we're going to select Smart List. So we're going to select this option here, Send to Smart List. And then in here, we need to click on the plus sign here. And when you click on it, it gives you a pop-up with the options of the Smart List. So in this case, we need to select Newsletter. And that's it. And you can see that the system automatically updated, and it's giving us that there is 38 contacts who are fitting that category. Now, that's the blank rule. That's how you do it. And then you just go ahead and you send it, you schedule it, and you'll be good to go. There is an additional tactic or strategy that I'd like to point out, which is very effective, especially if you have a bigger email list. And that is, yes, using the Smart List, but in addition to that, sending the initial batch, the initial send only to a certain people. And those being people who have engaged with your business, with your CRM, with the content, with the marketing that you send out. So what you can do is you can stack it. So instead of choosing this option, we're going to do segments. So we're going to build a segment. So we're going to select this instead. And what this allows you to do is allows you to, yes, select the Smart List. So we're going to go newsletter. So we got 38 contact. But then we're going to click on add more. So this is creating another filter, and both have to apply in order for this to be true. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click on pre-built segments and then we're going to get a drop down. If you hover over it and select the first one, it's truncated, so you can't really see it in detail, but it's first 7 days. So if you hold the cursor of your mouse over it, you can see contacts engaged in last 7 days. Another way to look at it is if I just click on pre-built segments, you can see here. So our system gives you a pre-built segment of people. Now, this is giving you everybody on your list who has engaged in the last 7 days, who is engaged in the last 30 days, who's engaged in the last 60 days. Okay, so that's how that goes. So we're going to go build segment, and we're going to go Smart List is newsletter. Okay, great. We're going to go pre-built segment is people who have engaged in the last 7 days. If we hover over, you can see that. Last 7 days. And then we would send it. Now, why would we do that as opposed to sending it to everybody that's in that Smart List? The reason we do that is if you send out an email to people who are more engaging with your email marketing. They are opening emails more frequently. They are categorized as somebody who likes to receive your stuff. They are engaging with it, which means if you send that email, you're going to get way better opt-ins. Sorry, you're going to get way better open rates and way better click-throughs and potentially even sales because they're more engaged. Are we going to send it to the rest of the people as well who are not engaged in the last 7 days? Yes, but you're going to send it in a separate batch. And the reason why you do it this way is about signals that you're showing to email inbox providers such as Outlook, Google, Gmail, and other. What these providers look at is your sending domain reputation. These big companies, they're gathering data and they're looking at are the emails from this sender, are they relevant to the people who are, who have email inbox with us? If they're not relevant, then they're more likely to land in spam. How do they look at relevancy? They look at data, they look at engagement, they look at opt-ins, open rates, replies, clicks. So by sending it to people who are more engaged with your business, you are improving the reputation on that campaign. And when you send the next campaign to people who are less engaged, your reputation has a stronger standing point so that it's more likely to land in their inbox as well. So that's how you do it. I hope you find it useful. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out. We have 24/7 customer support. We have lots of different support options. If you head over to standoutfromthepack.com.au/support, you can explore all our options, knowledge-based, self-help options, open office calls, all of that. If you want to dig in deeper into email marketing, then make sure that you go to help.standoutfromthepack.com, check out the courses section up the top here, and you will be able to find, even if you just perform a search, email, here we go. You can set up here how to send automated welcome email series, for example. We have courses, we have over 120 or so courses, small little, short little tutorials like this that will guide you into how to configure things. As always, reach out if you have questions. Thank you for watching this video.
Subscribe for more tips on harnessing the power of smart automation and AI in your business. Stand out, grow, and prosper with us.